Saturday, 2 a.m., the 21st of Keythorn, in the year 1489, Dalla Reckoning. Dear Journal, it has not been a week since I started you, and while I had a strong internal notion that journaling the deeds about to come is important, I had not anticipated how hectic and impactful each day is going to be. Sitting here in OV's shack, my previous life in Murderlin, though felt to be full of happenings and excitement at the time, now seems rather dull and mundane in comparison to the recent few days. It may be fate, as my recurring dreams would tell me, or it might be the fact I no longer hold a steady job or profession, and fully entrusted my fate to this life of adventure with my new troop of comrades. Saltmarsh is dead silent at this hour of the night. Being so close to the shore, there is no hooting of nocturnal birds, and there are no frogs or crickets to croak and chirp. The only sounds here are the howling of the wind and the creaks of old wooden planks against the gentle background singing of the waves as they gradually pull back before the low tide. Breaking that harmonious symphony are the seesaw snorings of Guppy, who cut through quiet with a strong sharpness, befitting of the orcish barbarian prowess. Something is hunting that one, for once can easily tell. That is not the sleep of a careless soul. Him and OV are already deep sleeping, and Anathea is getting ready to retire, unclasping armor and unbelting her pouches. A couple of hours ago, I was following her out of the Empty Net Tavern, trying to snoop out some more details about the enigmatic Asimar, knowing that there are some ominous dark secrets about her, things she is not sharing with us willingly. I have already mentioned here, dear journal, the discovery of the Tower of Xenopus, or its ruins, in a previous entry. Now I will transcribe what happened next. Leandros departed, and Anathea was left alone, her feet taking her to the edge of the pier, where she stood still, brooding into the darkness. I was debating with myself whether this was a good time to approach her and have another heart-to-heart. As I was about to leave my hiding place behind a big wooden crate, I spotted a couple of men skulking about, knives in hand, the blades shining in the moonlight, trying to sneak up on her. I could barely make out one of them, whispering to the other in a raspy, drunken voice, "She's all alone now. This is our chance." "Anathea, watch out!" I shouted, jumping to my feet. My warning took the men by surprise, and they stood still for an instant, just before they were about to jump her. Losing the element of surprise, and having to contend with the combined powers of both Anathea and me, we quickly had the two ruffians running for their lives, but we did not wish them to escape. Anathea gave chase on foot, and I had Ziggy, now a bird, fly over one of the men and turned him into a fully grown crocodile in mid-air. It fell heavily on the poor brute, and I could hear his bones splinter with an agonizing crunch sound as he was knocked prone, his leg pinned under Ziggy's body mass. It took one warning to cause the other man to stop, and we had them tied to the pier, back to back, while Ziggy kept his crocodile smile at them, razor-sharp teeth shining. After a quick interrogation, we found out these were just some drunken sailors who saw a chance for a mugging and got in way over their heads. We took whatever little valuables they had and cut them loose. I was ready to call it a night, but Anathea gave me a suspicious look. "How come you were there to warn me? Were you following me?" she asked. I lowered my gaze. I decided I will not lie to her and confessed. She seemed pleased I told her the truth, but still annoyed for I have invaded her privacy. I took a deep breath and said, "I wish I could tell you it will never happen again, but I will not give you a false promise. If my diviner's intuition heeds me to do this again, I will." Once more she seemed to honor my honesty, but misliked my response. I offered to pay for a last call drink back at the tavern, and Anathea accepted it with a polite smile, but I can't shake the feeling that I breached her trust, and while my act was forgiven, it was certainly not forgotten. We finished our drinks and made our way back here, in utter silence. We entered the premises quietly, not to awaken the two sleeping men. Once inside, I showed Anathea where the sink and lavatory are, and went to the main room in the shack, where all the extra mattresses are. I was already tucked in and snug under a heavy blanket, getting ready to write this entry before sleep took over, but Anathea was still standing by the window. Half joking, I pointed at my medicine bag, noting I had some powerful herbs that would help anyone fall asleep. To my surprise, Anathea raised a brow and looked at the bag curiously. Something off with that one, I'm sure of it. That bright Arsamir glow hides something. Something darker, more sinister. She aches because of it, and I'm beginning to wonder if she loses sleep over it as well. Well, she might, but I will not. I am all but spent after this eventful day. Good night, dear journal, and sweet dreams to us all.